And here is part 7 of the David Lovins age 24 video. About anything.
Or when that completes an art piece and writes.
Oh yeah.
Or completes a series.
I think it would be great to have a series of paintings and then have an essay, 1 or 2 pages attached to the back. And whoever would buy the painting would get the benefit of that essay, and it would be their private little gift because they bought it. But only people who would buy the paintings would be able to read what was on the back.
How do you feel about that idea that the art should speak for itself? That the painting should be able to speak for itself completely?
Yeah, wouldn't it be insulting that
that would be great. I think people are illiterate when they see art.
Well, you can't really...
Just as people are illiterate when they hear different kinds of music, or they're illiterate in dance because they've never seen a ballet. I've never seen a real ballet except on TV. So I'm basically illiterate in that expression. And I'm illiterate in every language of the world except English, which is the American condition. Every other country in their education system, they teach other languages beginning from grammar school, especially Germany and Sweden and Denmark. They teach English right away. But our education system is very focused on the Monroe Doctrine. Do you know what the Monroe Doctrine is?
No.
It was some guy named Monroe in the 19th century wrote a paper that said that America, the United States of, should be concerned with countries and issues in our hemisphere, and anything east or west of the United States was not the United States problem or issue or dilemma. And our education system is based with this in mind, that all we need to know is English because that's the main language, and we don't need to know any other languages. But I think that's false. And Edgar Allan Poe was great because he quotes so many different languages in his short stories. He gives value to the Egyptian and to the French and to the German and to philosophers from the 12th century. And I really admire that. So because of this, it's not only that his stories are great, but now he's given value to other nationalities, and I can appreciate them more. So we're talking about vision and direction. Not only has Edgar Allan Poe given me a great story, but he's also told me something about another culture in a faraway place. And if I could do that with my art, that would be great. To entertain them briefly and to actually point them in a scholarly expedition.
But not being judgmental, though.
Judgmental?
As far as who gets to see your art, you've talked about that.
I don't want everyone to see my art. I don't think my art's that good yet.
But shouldn't your art just be for everybody? Everybody that has eyes to see your art with?
It could be someday. I could be like David Hockney and have pretty picture books that they sell in museums and B. Dalton books. But one thing I'm really concentrating on is making my art accessible to people I know. I really want to have a relationship with people I know through my art, as if we were playing a chess game, which is an intricate web of relationships between those pieces on that board. I think if I can be intimate through my art with one person at a time, slowly I'll be able to have intimate relationships with more people. And that's a good definition of safe sex. Nobody loses. But also my art is, I use it to see if I can bring out expressions in other people. So I'm willing to put my foot out and say, look, I'll show you what's meaningful to me, in the hopes that they'll show me what's meaningful to them. So I have to be a risk taker. I have to be naked, if you will, to see someone else be naked. But I don't come across enough people who are really involved in writing or dance or theater, and then are willing to really get into it. That's what the written conversation is about. It's the quickest way I know of to really break the superficial barriers and to go deep, 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 deep into the soul right away. And I have evidence of that, of how quickly a person will open up. Any other questions? How much time do you think we have?
Until the tape runs out.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? Do you have any other questions?
Well, it seems like it's...
He doesn't want to be on camera.
Oh, you don't?
That's enough. You know, we want to keep him a secret.
Well, okay.
He's the secret weapon of the future. So you don't want to show him too much.
I thought you're not going to give a long speech, are you? You're just asking a question.
No, he could give a long speech. It's just as valid as what I say, since most of the stuff comes from him anyway.
I was going to just say that, I mean, maybe sort of put into words what I see here visually. Like, you talk of literacy. This is David Lovins as an art project. And the literacy, you know, this is the explanation behind the art, you know, the bridging the communication barriers, that, you know, this, you're the art project on display here, and you're doing exactly what you're saying. You're communicating to those you care about your art, and your art is you, so.
Yeah, I guess I owe it first to my family. I've thought about this. You know, deep down, they're really the people I have the most connection with, and they know things that no one else will be able to find out. And